I have to say is a special thank you to Sean, Tetla, Shane, Dennis, Jolene, Caroline and Roisin for what is an exceptional evening on a Thursday night in the winter.
Hear, hear.
The presentation of the starters I thought was very good. The first one, the smoked mackerel pate, was an easy enough one to do, I gather. I'm not a chef. An easy enough one to do. Basic enough though. It's smoked mackerel pate. There's nothing spectacular. It was lovely. I'm not criticising. I chose it myself to have. But nothing spectacular. It was lovely. Wait till I finish though. The white pudding, lovely. The deep frying of it takes away from it a bit, I think, but again, exceptional. Plus the main course, I'm saying about a carnivore, your vegetarian main dish was spectacular.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, amazing. For a fellow who's meeting 2 spuds, that was spectacular. It was absolutely.
Anyway, congratulations to all of you. But we do have to criticise as well, because otherwise you'd have to be getting £4 in the cookery course. So there have to be some up points and some down points. I thought the Anniscall white pudding was delicious. Absolutely lovely. I loved it fried. I didn't think it took from it at all. I thought it was a really crispy. It was what I chose as a starter. It was the first one that jumped out at me. We were at the bar and I said, I bags that. Because you have to get your bags in. You have to get your bags in quick, or you end up having the vegetarian for main course, I thought. And seeing as I had bagged the starter, I had to be a big man and take the vegetarian for main course. Little did I know. It was also the best of the main courses. So, well done. Anyway, back to the Anniscall black pudding. A little more of the you had lovely apple puree. You had a really nice pink apple, sort of rosé apple jelly, which was delicious. I would have loved enough of them to have with every bite. I ran out before I ran out of pudding. The apple and the chives, that work for anybody. I mean, I don't mean to be critical, but for me, it's the only thing I left on the plate was the apples and chives together. Just didn't quite match. Did you thought well fantastic? and I love the the halloumi cheese. Halloumi is really tricky to do for a big group of people because if it doesn't go out hot, it starts to get a bit squeaky and a bit spongy. And the ones that had come to our table, the halloumi had got a little squeaky and a little spongy. It didn't have the the grilled halloumi when it's hot. It's crisp and melty in the middle. So that's I think a brave effort, but I think probably quite hard to do. For serving everybody at the same time.
Okay, Chirstine, this is probably be a bit tough for you, but
this is very I like everyone to know Shane is a good friend of mine, and I feel really bad doing this. But credit where credit is due. In all fairness, like I know how hard it is to serve 30 people now working in a restaurant. It is quite difficult, and I have to hats off to Shane, like fabulous. And I mean the menu itself reads beautifully. I think it's very admirable and really is, and I really much appreciate that now, and I feel quite honoured to be sitting in this position, and I feel bad for you, Shane, but I think this is brilliant, really, really good. So I'll start off. So for the starters, I think the mackerel pate was beautiful. I think the flavour was there. It was really beautiful. Again, I thought a little bit more tartness, maybe could have just a little bit of acidity would have added to it slightly more. But the freshness of the dill was really nice. I thought the moistness was in the Beamish and Tree fish. Is a type of fish. It's quite meaty. It could do with a lot of flavour. It needs a lot of flavour to kind of give it that bit of oomph. So I just thought maybe a little bit more sauce. The sauce is beautiful. The flavours and sauces really came out. And again, I think a general thing was a little bit less of the rice and more the green beans needed seasoning, just a little bit of attention to seasoning, and I kind of realise that now myself. Like everything needs to be tasted and seasoned, and lots of it, because everything in the dish needs to come together and marry. But just a little bit more seasoning in that, and it really would do it massive. But again, as I say, the monkey was cooked lovely, but just needed a little bit more sauce. I think the mushroom arancini, it was just beautiful. I think the flavour, no, I'm not saying that now, but the flavour of the mushrooms, I think we all agreed. fabulous, really, really fabulous.
Genuinely
And
an ecstasy. Like, jumping in, it was fantastic.
it really was, and I think it was a highlight because you just got the flavour of the mushrooms, the mozzarella came through, and I think the puree was quite unexpected. You know, it was more like a sauce than a puree. It was beautiful. Really, really did compliment it lovely. So I think the flavour, the marriage, it came together gorgeous. The textures even of that dish was just really, really good. And it's something I will definitely look into. So it's definitely really, really fabulous.
What's stealing?
I'm not going to steal it. We'll talk later today. No, definitely.
For all their support and allowing me the opportunity. I really enjoyed it, and I really appreciate everybody's honest feedback. It has taught me a lot. I've learned a lot in the kitchen. And can I go through the menu myself? Just
Yes.
I tried to pick a sort of a more of a winter theme, so that's why I went for mackerel, venison. And then I wanted to offer vegetarian, sort of put a theme through with spices through it as well. So that's what I was going for. So I learned a lovely technique, I thought, with the pate, putting it in that nice little ring. So that was really nice to learn here.
It's gorgeous.
The desserts, I'll admit to one more thing there. There was a bittersweet dark chocolate tart.
Still in the kitchen.
With mascarpone and cream.
What happened?
Served it. We couldn't get the tart cases out of the case. I buttered them, as it said for the
I've been
recipe.
eating
They wouldn't come out. So yes, we went for that chocolate element as well.
No, that's great. No, that's
Did you
Okay.
try
Okay, are they
the
actually
tin
cooked?
slightly?
No, they're not cooked. No, because we couldn't get them out of the cases. We didn't put them into the oven.
Okay.
So it's a
Because we could just break them out, you know.
It's going for a chocolate ice cream, I think, later. Yeah.
Shane, my first criticism of the whole thing was there's no chocolate
Yeah.
or farmer's meat on the
Yeah.
menu.
Yeah.
And the venison kicked in perfectly.
Yeah.
And when the desserts came,
Yeah.
no criticism, it's just not
You
my
missed
type
the
of dessert. I
chocolate.
said,
Yeah.
why doesn't he have chocolate or chocolate
I know, it's just
mousse or
normally
something?
expected, isn't it? Yeah,
Yet, you
Didn't
proved
need
me
it.
wrong. The venison was perfect.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Well done.
Really enjoyed it.
you're right.